Okay, so this is Trinidad in the dry season. Um, we are well familiar. Blue skies, very little rain. Perfect time to do an irrigation project. So once again, we have the privilege of doing work in Digomatin, and I'm really looking forward to this project because it's the dry season and it's an irrigation project. Now this dry season hasn't been very harsh, but it's still dry enough. And so here, as usual, we're doing pop-up sprinklers. We have about 3 different lawn areas that we're doing pop-up sprinklers for. But I'm very excited about doing the drip irrigation because in this case, the drip irrigation is for potted plants. And there are a huge number of potted plants here. There are probably somewhere in the region of 150 potted plants here at this property. And the reason why I'm excited about irrigating potted plants is because this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. Plants in pots need their owners to wet them. There's virtually no other way for a plant in a pot to get wet. Even if it's outdoors, even if it's in the rain, chances are that the amount of water that is actually getting into the pot, the dirt in the pot of that plant is not enough. And so what we tend to see happening is that only the most ardent plant connoisseurs are able to effectively maintain plants in pots. Now this homeowner has been very effective. The plants here are some of the best kept and healthiest plants I've ever seen anywhere, potted or otherwise. But even the most ardent plant lovers can feel the strain sometimes of having to do that amount of irrigation. Can you imagine wetting 150 pots every day? That shows a level of commitment. That shows a level of love and appreciation for plants. But if there's an easier way to do it, I think it should be taken. And in this case, that easier way is drip irrigation, automated drip irrigation. I believe it is the answer to the challenge of keeping plants in pots. And so I'm hoping that as we do this project or as we complete this project, we're able to demonstrate that plants can be irrigated effectively, but also discreetly using an automated drip irrigation system. This place isn't really big, but it's not a simple irrigation project because it has a lot of different aspects to it. We have the lawn here to irrigate, which is not much, but we have the lawn to irrigate. And then we also have planter beds and so on to irrigate, and we have a lot of these pots. You know, it's a really, really custom irrigation kind of a thing where you have to accommodate each thing as an individual, more or less. And so, you know, that being the case, it's going to be more or less painstaking. And then, of course, the environment is pristine. The house is pristine. Everything is in order. You know, there's nothing out of order here. And so in doing the irrigation, one of the things you're going to really have to be paying attention to is keeping it as invisible as possible. You know, if we can accomplish that and functionality, then I think we will really have done our job. So it's about time now to see how we can get to it. So let's go. now kind of starting to get going here. We're having an idea of what we're going to do. The homeowner, of course, doesn't want to see any evidence of irrigation. Like for instance, valve boxes. You know, she doesn't want to see any valve boxes, and that's understandable. And so what we're going to have to do is creatively figure out how we're going to use these troughs and so on to hide our irrigation system, right? So so the first thing I have to do is clear this trough, because allegedly there is a water supply inside here, but I'm not seeing it as yet. And what I thought I saw was a water supply is actually just a loose piece of pipe. All right. I think we actually finally found the water source for this trough. So while I thought it was actually in the trough, it's actually close to the trough. And so we're going to have to find a way to bring it into the trough. Especially since we can't put any valve box outside here, we'll have to put all our valves inside, and so we have to get the pipe inside. Alright, so no project is without challenge. This is a normal thing, and it's to always be expected. We have to do a valve system inside of a concrete trough, but all our pipes have to come out of that concrete trough. And the challenging part is that the floor of the trough is higher on the inside than our dirt, etc. is on the outside. And the homeowner would prefer, and I would prefer as well, to not see any pipes. So we have to embrace this challenge and see how we could accomplish that. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so right now I'm actually putting thread seal on all these male adapters, because all of these valves have male adapters on either side of them. Alright, so we're just wrapping up today. End of the first day on this project. Pretty productive, you know. It looks like utter destruction. The homeowner is just short of panicking, right? Because she's remembering what her gorgeous lawn looked like, and now it just looks like, you know, rubble. But we're making progress. We're making progress, and hopefully we'll be able to put everything back close to what it was by the time we finish doing this. But it will be fully upgraded, and they'll have sprinklers inside here, and the place will be, you know, much better than it was. So end of day one. Hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow bright and early, and on our way to finishing this project. So that's it for now. See you guys next time.